In this Nick Cage movie, Giovanni Ribisi plays his younger brother, so the movie opens with some family photos. Some good old Hollywood photoshopping. This is the rich tradition in movies where the prop department has to come up with these bad boys. Always good for a laugh. And hey, even movie posters these days are doing the photo bashing. Terribly. So is it really that difficult? Let's find out. Starting with an easy one for practice. Let's put someone in the audience here. Okay, so the first thing is to find a picture with a similar lighting, emotion, and a camera angle. So I took this dude from a Conor McGregor fight. Hey, Max Headroom was at the Ali Frazier fight. Not anymore, pal. Reduce the transparency of the layer so I can fit him on the shoulders. Erase the excess. And now the goal is to get the colors and pixels to match. So always good to keep the original on the side, playing around with hue and saturation. Yeah, the outline is too crisp now, so using a soft eraser to go over the edge slightly. By the way, is that a dog in the audience? Weird. Anyway, just trying out stuff on a copy of the layer, blur and different types of filters. Alright. Well, let's give this Jay-Z a go. Taken from a ringside photo, so should match. Yeah, the hue saturation does most of it. But I want to get that same bad photo scan quality. So checking the filter options on a copy of that layer again. Yeah, that kind of looks like it. Alright, or the real challenge. The old Vietnam memory shot. I'll use this picture from Platoon and let's give it the Wolverine movie makeover. I think Taylor Kitsch did great as Gambit, so let's do Gambit in the middle and then turn Tom Berenger into Hugh Jackman. The most important part is picking a photo with similar lighting. So this one here has the sun from the side as well. Not exactly, but close enough. Then placing the eyes, ears and chin on top of it as closely as possible. Then from the reference, also the helmet has to cast a shadow, so adding a mask layer over the face, set it to multiply, and then adding some dark with a soft brush. Hue saturation again to get the skin color and brightness to match the arms. And Hugh Jackman's photo was a better quality, so adding just a little bit of blur and a noise filter. See how good that grain texture works to blend it in. Yeah, me likey long time. Taylor here. Took a few tries. Had to search for a while to find a match that has ears. Yeah, finally found one that fit better. And it turns out Charlie Sheen and Taylor do not have similar shaped heads. Not super convincing, so let's add some aged paper over it. Okay. Good enough for seeing in a movie for a second or two. Alright, let's do two more. James Dean. And I found this Havoc cosplay dude. Let's make it a 1970s movie poster. So having these on the side for inspiration. Quite tricky. Even the cosplay guy had problems getting those cheek straps just right. I would mention his name, but there was no name on the website, so if this is you, let me know in the comments. And props on the costume and on convincing two ladies to come along as Polaris. You know what? Let's just draw the straps on. 70s movie posters are always very rough and pixeled anyway, so I don't think it will be noticeable later. Then this sponge filter makes that black not flat and blend in with the rest. But actually I'll get rid of those lines in the back. And then let's just draw the neck thing. Check the filter gallery. And yeah, water paper looks pretty good. Psychedelic hippie Havoc movie. I'd watch that. Okay, last one. The Godfather starring Jim Carrey. Let's speed through this using the same techniques. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Now that is just creepy. Somehow it doesn't look like Jim Carrey anymore, even though it's his face. The picture doesn't look fake, so success, I think. Photo bashing was the topic of this month's retro challenge. So let's see how the participants did. Cool, Marcio had the same idea. Wolverine in World War I this time. He gave me the raw materials, so let me give it a try. Marcio placed the head well, but he misses the shadow from the hat and blending the edges on the side. The main thing though that catches our eye is that the shadow is on the other side. The suit shadow is on the left, but Jackman's is on the right. So that creates kind of a glitch in our mind, I think. Then Jensen here with a very cool idea. Perfect casting, Clint Eastwood as Nick Fury. And he drew the eye patch on, which is quite difficult to pull off on a high resolution photo. So let's see what else he could have done. I'm going to use this movie still and then find an eye patch shot from actual Samuel Jackson Nick Fury in the same angle. That's the trick, to make it easy on yourself. And also why those old Hollywood versions look so terrible, because they didn't have Google Image to go through and get a similar angle and lighting sample. Yeah, here, another cool movie. And hey, Samuel is back, and man is this a winner. Perfection, perfect blend, perfect lighting, perfect casting, cut, print, poster time. Love it. Okay, the next entries are all super cool, but not exactly photo bashing, more of a collage. ZZ the Dark with a cool red skyline behind his art. Very nice. Boom. And already with a Vin Diesel versus T-Rex. Yeah, I'd watch that too. Daniel here with some European influences. I think Keith Haring, Hugo Pratt's Corto Maltese, The Little Prince, and Luke Skywalker. Free us or die! He sent this poster version too. I want to give this a try using all the steps from before. So cleaning the edges, then always make a copy so you can experiment on that layer. For this one, I also played with the color balance sliders just to get more of that orange in there. Then a dark shadow on the left. Delete some of it to get some depth. Yeah, makes me realize I haven't made a Hugo Pratt video yet. Adding him to the list. And Paul's entry, classic. Also more of a collage than photo bashing, I think, but neatly done. And gotta love some Rick Moranis. These two references, I don't know though. Closest it's making me think of is the Beastie Boys Sabotage video clip. Let me know if you know. Finally, we have Sebastian with his favorite character, Glory. Thanks for introducing me to Brandy Ledford, Sebastian. Makes me want to give it a try. He was the only one who added a human face on a comic book drawn body. So I'm gonna try it with Roger Cruz Glory. Thank you, sir. She's always smiling though. These ladies are in battle, so... Okay, this one. By the way, the lower the quality of the picture, the easier it is to blend. And change the eyes with just a couple of pixels. Look at this. That looks weird. Alright, I'm calling it a day. Thank you for watching, and thanks to all the participants. I promise to go back to regular comic book art in the next challenge. So check the link in the description if you want to give it a go. Drop a like-a-reno if you like-a-reno this video, and catch you in the next one. Bye!